Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of the book experience. The book we want to talk about today is called Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. So I came to know about this book from GoodReads. This was one of the nominations in the thriller horror category, and by the time I ended up reading the book, it had actually won the category. So I read this book when I was not keeping very well. This was like about 2 weekends back, and it was time well spent because this very much distracted me from my physical ailments. So the story reminded me very strongly about there is a short story by Stephen King called The Gingerbread Girl, and so it's about a lady who loses her child, right, infant son, and then she takes to running as a way to cope, and then how this skill that she acquires now saves her life. The short story is a fantastic one. So this one reminded me of that because the protagonist, I kind of forget her name. She's a young woman, 21 years of age. She's a recovering addict, and she used to be a sprinter, right? So back in her school days, she used to be a sprinter, and she was all set for college, based on this her sports quota in sprinting. But then something happened. I'm not giving that away, and then she took to addiction. But eventually she kind of gets back on the right path. She gets into rehab, and then she starts working in one of the rehab centers, and then she gets an opportunity to work as a babysitter for a rich couple based out of the suburbs. Like this, she grew up in Philly, so her rehab was also Philly. But this opportunity that she gets is in the suburbs, about 3 to 4 hours driving distance from Philly. Her sponsor, who is a 65-year-old ex-athlete, he takes her. And then you get to see this couple. The mom she's a psychiatrist, child psychiatrist. The dad is in IT, and the very sweet 5-year-old boy, and a beautiful house, very well stocked. It's understood that they are moneyed people, and they have many newfangled ideas about bringing up the child. So you will get to see from the snacks that they serve to the values that they want to bring up in the child. Those are very new age ideas, right? So the mother is very keen to hire this protagonist, but the father is not too keen. But any which way, she gets the job, and then basically so where does the story start? The boy, he draws pictures, right? And most of the pictures, at least, they start innocently enough. The babysitter and the child playing outside, and then there's a teddy bear and both of them and things like that. Slowly what starts is that he has an imaginary friend called Anya, and then Anya starts appearing in the picture. So the boy starts drawing Anya, and Anya is scary, right? So maybe the babysitter and the boy, they are having a snack, and then Anya is like this black figure crouched under the table. So and the girl starts suspecting something, right? And she starts following the leads, and at one point in the story, near about the midway, so you actually see these stories in the book, by the way, right? So whether you buy the Kindle edition, I bought the Kindle edition because that's the quickest way to get a book. But you actually see these stories, right? They start off as childish drawings, and at one point in the story, you will see that the pictures change. I will not give away how. And then this girl, she figures out there could be a mystery there, right? Either it's the boy's subconscious which is trying to say something, or there could be a supernatural force which is Anya, and she's trying to communicate something. And so the trouble here is, whenever she's trying to speak to somebody, people are bringing up the addiction background, right? They're not believing her. So it leads to a very difficult situation for her, and you are left to see whether she comes up trumps or she meets with a bad end, sticky end. That's pretty much the story. So and there are 2 fantastic twists at the end, right? And naturally, I will not give it away because this doesn't have spoilers. This is a very fast read, very quick read. It's not great literature, but it's not bad too, right? It's sort of cut and dry, but the storytelling is fantastic, right? The way the story will move at speed, right? And the really fitting end at the end, right? It's worth the payoff, right? So I mean, this was my first GoodReads recommendation in a way, right? And I would say it has served its money's worth, right? Great read, and do give it a try. That's what I can suggest. And do let me know what you think about this video in the comments, and if you read the book, do let me know. Thank you and good night.